This slide shows the overviewing of approaches for protecting sports integrity. As showing in this slide, we are thinking the systematic various approaches will be needed to protect the sports integrity. Firstly, the red circle is the first step for the protecting sports integrity. It means the establish the criteria for the sport integrity, such as the governance code or something. In the first stage, we set up the guideline or criteria for the protecting sport integrity and evaluate the status of the national federations. And then, as a result, if the national federation don't match or satisfy the criteria or requirement of the governance code, they cannot enter into the health sport marketplace. On the other hand, the national federations with the good healthy status can enter in the healthy sports marketplace. This is the first step. And secondly, if the national federation with good governance or sports integrity failed something issue, they go out from the health marketplace with something penalties, such as stopping the financial support or the suspension of the membership from the Japanese Olympic Committee or Japan Sports Amateur Associations. And after the elimination from the health marketplace, they have to improve their governance and status of the sports integrity. And on the other hand, we provide support service to improve the sports integrity and governance, such as educational support or consultancy for the national federations. Looking around the world trend, in a lot of cases in the world sports, we can find the trend to establish and evaluate governance code to give the penalties such as the stopping final support, suspension of membership, and educational support and consultancy for the national federations. JSC Sports Integrity Unit stress the national federation facilitates to initiate the activities for the protecting sports integrity by themselves. So the online questionnaire you experience today is the parameter for monitoring the risk of the threat of sports integrity, and it was developed in our unit. In the background for the development of monitoring parameter, we have a traditional theory of the fraud triangle. This traditional theory of the fraud triangle is the theory of the fraud occurring the mechanism. This is called by the Dr. Cressy, American criminologist, in 1950. This is a very traditional theory. In this theory, when three risk components all consist, the fraud behavior occurs. This is the theory. There, for example, the three risks component is the pressure, opportunity, the rationalization. About the pressure is the financial or emotional force pushing towards the fraud. And second one, the opportunity, is the ability to execute plan without being caught. The final one, the rationalization, is the personal justification of the dishonest action. And we thought that this theory will be applied to the field of elite sports. For example, about the pressure, and then we consider the possible pressure, opportunities, and rationalization that athletes, coaches, and administration in the national federation will be facing. Based on about the pressure, such as this is a sample, the pressure to win or pressure to get a result, and the stimulation and excitement for personal, the monetary, the reward, the high reward or something. About the opportunities, we can find the closed space separated from the outside or outside, out of sight from the referees and anyone. And the internet space and online purchases, that this is a closed area, so the outside eye doesn't come. About the rationalization, some athletes can think, the belief that the other athletes do as well. Or this is the custom of our team or our organization. And the common practice, many Japanese athletes say that it is not a big deal. This reason is this is the reason for the rationalization for the athletes and coaches and other administrators. So based on this component, we carried out the interview to the Japanese athletes and coaches and administrators of the national federations. And we developed the questionnaire. And in this questionnaire, the score is distributing to each answer to questionnaire, and then we calculate the average score from the total answers. Okay, this is a result for you. Wow, it is the worst result I have ever seen. This is no green color. The green shows the low risk. The yellow shows the moderate risk. And the red shows the high risk. So we can find the risks in here. And we feed back these results to the national federations and ask to them, what will you do to avoid the actualization of the risk? You have to think what your action for protect the sport integrity. Throughout this process, we would like to facilitate the national federations' activities for the protecting the sports integrity by themselves. They can think that we need the educational program to the athletes and the coaches, or we need to feedback these data or these results to the athletes and coaches and the administrations and the executive board. They are thinking by looking at these results, actual results in their team or inside the organization. Through using this questionnaire for the monitoring system, we would like to cooperate with the national federations to protect the sport integrity. So this is our challenge. Thank you.